Just waiting for this to show up. Cool. Hey everybody. It's been like a week since I streamed anything. It's been a busy week, but it's Saturday morning and I want to make a rocket. I want to make some, maybe not a rocket, maybe like a space scene. I was browsing on Dribble, and Lou King on Dribble has this pretty cool illustration. Now that I look at it, maybe I won't do the rocket, but I'll do everything else. I want to do the moon, I want to do the planets. We already know how to do these thingies, these clouds. So let's see what we can do. First things first is I will set the background. It's pretty early in the morning here. I'm still drinking my orange juice. I might be a little slow to solve problems today. I got coffee brewing though. I'll drink some coffee after this. It's a pretty hot purple. Lou King, he chose a gray purple. Next thing we'll go to this moon. I made a moon a couple times in some previous podcasts, and I learned a better way to do it. Oops. What am I doing? You can definitely tell it's early in the morning here. On CSS tricks, I learned how to make a moon in one div instead of two. Before I was doing it in two. Let's go find it. Yes, this is wild. So it's just a height and width, border radius 50%, and the box shadow is actually the moon shape. The rest is a normal background color. I thought that was pretty cool. So first things first, I guess I'll get the color. That's another thing I learned. You can just set border radius 50% and that'll be a perfect circle. And what I need, box shadow 151500. Look at that moon. So I want it to be facing the other way. So I bet it's messing with these. This would be top right, bottom left. So I'm thinking if I do this instead of this, it'll flip. Nope, that's not correct. So let's put it back. Oh, I know. I bet if I make this negative, how about this one negative? Ha, okay, great. So I have to think about that more, but that'll work for us. So I'm gonna make this a little smaller. I think I want to make it a little fatter too. I'm also gonna move it over. Oh, what? Why isn't this moving? It's so early. Top left. Yeah, man, that's like... What? Oh, because I misspelled position. There we go. Alright, that looks good. And I think I want to make the moon a little fatter, so let's play with these values. So that rotates it. That's interesting. If I give it 50... Okay, got it. So this would probably be... Is it bigger or smaller? It's a good looking moon. What if I mess with these? Ooh. What about this one? Interesting. That looks nice. I'm going to read what these box shadow properties do. While I look that up, I've been reading this. I saw this on Twitter. Can you see that up there? Yeah, you can. It's by, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Leah or Lay or Lee Veru. I've been reading it. There's a lot of good things in it, like making shapes in CSS. So it's pretty good. Maybe I'll go through these, maybe chapter by chapter, and show you, kind of what I'm learning. Maybe a little interactive reading of the book. But I've learned a lot just by reading that. I didn't learn about box shadow in that book. That's why I'm looking it up. But I have been trying to go a little deeper in some of these CSS properties. I worked all week at my day job, didn't write one line of CSS, which is pretty normal. But I'd like to try to learn them here. So thanks for doing it with me. Okay, offset X, offset Y, blur radius, spread radius. Got it. So when I make that this guy a little bigger, I guess I'm getting a bigger spread. Cool. That looks like a fun property to play with. I'm gonna shut the heater off 1 second. Alright, so we messed with the offset X, offset Y, and that got us a moon, one div. That's pretty wild. Not even any pseudo elements. This is great. Next, what are we doing? So I got a moon, and I need these stars. They look like ninja throwing stars to me. How can I make that in CSS? I know. Oh, another thing about this book. Chris Coyier is quoted like all over the place. So the guy that wrote the CSS tricks is quoted all over in this book. I thought it was pretty cool. Alright. So I'm starting to wake up now. Thanks for being patient. There's some stars here, but I don't think it's a four-sided star. I've looked at these before. 5, 6, yeah. Well, okay. I'll start with the div and see where I go. So I'm gonna make a star. So that'll be a square. Oh, I know. What if I make a pseudo element with this content, and I can just get the Unicode. Ha! Unicode star. Oh, yep, there you go. Yeah. Looks like I've done this before. Because the link was purple. So that's where I got the trick from. Yeah, okay, so, and then I just did the background color here. Like that. And now I don't need this. Oh, just color. Oh, cool. Can I fill it in? Nope. Well, that's fine. That's kind of neat. mouse is touchy this morning. Holy cow. Neat. Alright, so let's go get a couple of those. Coral pink is this color. And I guess I can position them all absolute. Cool. And we'll make a couple. And I can use my child selector to move these all around. And you can see there's a bunch of them here. I probably don't need that many. Maybe 3. Is this in text? Let's find out. No, it's not. Bummer. Sure? It's not this. We'll go Google it. After I do these a couple times. Nth child. I got it right. What is this? Yeah. Nth child. Man. I won't do that. That would be odd. Okay. Nth child. 2. That's what I wrote. Oh wow. What the heck? Why doesn't 1 work? Wow. Okay. 0. Nth child 1 doesn't work, huh? Okay. Well, let's keep going here. And then how do I set an nth child pseudo selector? That'll be kind of fun. I want some more stars. 3's not enough, even though I said it was like 10 minutes ago. So this one will have it's beautiful. Cool. And then we'll just mess with the colors a little bit on each of them. But this is kind of the interesting part. I need the nth child's after. This is probably where I need some sort of sass. But because I can nest them, it'd be awesome. I haven't used that yet in these demos. Any sort of processor or preprocessor. Oh, that works. That's pretty neat. Great. So that one's yellow. I think we want a white one. No white ones. Okay, just red. Okay. Like I was kind of saying, if I used a preprocessor like SAS or less or something, I probably wouldn't have to type as much. I wouldn't have to type as much HTML or CSS, but I'm kind of like starting slow, so I'm kind of intentionally not making this complicated. I have thought about a couple different times. Why isn't this working? Oh. Hey Rook Witani, how are you doing? I'm doing 3 things at once here. Let's change this one. To yellow instead. Cool. You know what would be better than this? Well, let me finish my preprocessor talk. So I've thought about often rewriting these into something like Haml or something. If you've ever seen that before. So that works, but I could also just do something like this. And furthermore, I believe I can make a loop here to make all my stars and moons. So it still works. Probably kind of nicer. But anyway, I've been intentional, but not doing that until I actually know what the heck I'm doing. But like I said, I mean, I could loop over these, probably be way simpler. I'll say that back. Speaking of simpler, we were just looking at these guys, and I can do odds and evens. This will load. Yeah, even and odd. So instead of doing all these goofy looking things with the 1s and the 3s, because that's what I did, 2 and 3, I made yellow. I could instead go in like this. And the same, but with odd. And I'll probably have to move a star around so I don't get all my yellows over here. Is that the same? Oops, I gotta get the other color. Like this guy. Alright, cool. So I don't need this anymore. Nor do I need this one. And then what I want to do here is, I don't need this. I want to just swap these. So if 2 is 100 and 100 and 3 is this, just swap. Oh my gosh, so touchy. Yeah, perfect. Tidy my CSS, thank you. Okay, great. Looking cool. What am I missing? I'm missing stars, which are white circles. I'm missing planets, and I'm missing these cool clouds. I've done circles, I've done clouds in previous videos. I will get to them in this video, I hope. But let's tackle these planets. These are circles with circles and circles and that border radius inside of it. So let's try that. Let's make a planet or two. And to start, this will just be a circle already in 52 lines of CSS. It's pretty crazy. Because this isn't so complicated just yet. Alright. I don't know, the height and the width. We'll see how big these are. Great. And I can give it a border radius of 50%, which will be a circle. Awesome. And I'll move this somewhere else. Cool, there's my planet, that makes sense. I guess I'll just go get the colors now. This is another place where I could use a preprocessor. You see these colors here, it goes from bittersweet to flamingo. I can use the CSS preprocessor to say darken or lighten the colors. But I'm not. Not in this video at least, so I'm gonna pick both of them. I want the lighter one first, which I think is, what did I pick? I'm having trouble here. I'm gonna have to go get a cup of coffee in a second. I thought it was flamingo. Bittersweet. Okay, it's bittersweet. And that'll be the color. Alright, so first things first, I want to have it have the same shadow as this moon here. So, box shadow it is. And that looks a little goofy because I have a negative value here, so I'm going to put this back to 15, and this can be 0. Maybe I need this negative value. Nope. Let's think about this. What if I give this a negative value? Huh. Okay. So if that's gonna do that, maybe man. I want the box shadow to be inside. Box shadow inset. Yeah, that's what I want. Click this as well. Inset. Alright, cool. So if I just say inset here, will it change the way it works? Yeah, okay, great. Look at that. Okay, so the box shadow is inside my circle. Without this inset, it was outside, and I was like, what the heck, that's not a perfect circle. So if I said inset, we're cool. What else do we got? We got inset. Oh, that's all I can pick. It's either inset or not inset. Okay, cool. And let's go get that color. Flamingo. Beautiful. And now, I think I want to pick that up just a little bit. I want this to be more up here. And it looks like it's a smaller value. that'll move it that way, which is cool. Maybe that's what I want. What happens when I mess with this? There we go. Okay. No. It's going back to 15. Okay, great. The next thing I gotta do is just put some other circles in here. So, say this would be position relative. And then I want two little circles. This one might be a little bigger than the other. Hey Chandu19, how are you doing today? Happy Saturday. This will also be the like flamingo color, which I think I have on my clipboard. I do. Positioned relative, and then I can say, nope, it's going absolute, I think. Where's that at? Background color. Still can't see it. Sometimes I just make these weird colors so I can find them. Oh. Wrong pseudo selector. Okay, so back to, alright, and I need one of these. Programming, difficult. Still nothing though. Where is it? So I'll make this just freaking huge so I can find it. Planet before. The height and the width have a thing. Background color is green. Cannot find it. Absolute, alright. How about relative? Nothing there. So the planet before. Oh, guys, it's a pseudo element, and I need the content of nothing. Did I get it yet? There we go. Alright. It's a little difficult. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, and hopefully I'll be a little bit sharper in a second. Hey, Shindu. Yep, it's illustration. I'm kind of copying this. Yes, I am. I'm illustrating this, which I see as a picture, and I'm writing CSS to kind of do the same thing. I'm not using a pen or a marker or Photoshop or whatever. Probably like how this was created. I'm trying to do it in just code. If there's anything you'd like me to illustrate, I'd be happy to do that. Maybe later today. While you think about that, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Important. Okay, so this definitely doesn't need to be 100 pixels by 100 pixels. Let's try to put it what I had before, which is 15 by 15. Looks good, and I'll give it a border radius of 50%. Now it's circle, and this will have that color. Cool. Which is kind of what this looks like. This is a little lower, so give it a top of maybe 50, 35. Great. And I'm just going to do one more over here. So I can do that as another pseudo selector, but after. And I can pretty much copy everything. I will, if my mouse allows me to. It's been really touchy today. Cool. And I'll make these bigger, maybe 40, 40, and oh. That's still pretty big, maybe 35, maybe 25. Yeah, that works. I want to put this up a little bit and this down a little bit. Does it look like a planet to you? Not really, huh? So these are if that's like that, this I guess would get 40. Yeah, this shadow is kind of not doing what it's supposed to. It needs to go more around, not so much under. So let's do that. So if I do that, it comes from the bottom. That's fine, but I want it to come like that, and then that would be like 0. I mean, I could rotate the whole thing, but that's not really what I want. I think 15,000 is cool. Okay. Maybe a little more. Let's find out. Yeah, a little more. The more I look at it, the more it doesn't really look like a planet to me. All right, that's our planet. I'll get some stars around it in a minute. But let's do a couple more of these, and then we'll add some clouds. So, same dealy here. We'll add a couple of these. 4 again, I guess. And let's think about this. Yeah, this is fine. Do it this way. This will have a different, you can see 4 piled up on each other. These are like now little squiggly lines. The anti-aliasing isn't any good. So I'll just kind of move these all over the place. No, didn't move. Okay. All right, nth child 1 is the 1, so 2, that should move. Please? No. It's not gonna move. Nth child 2 isn't gonna move. That'll be this one right here. You don't wanna move for me? What the heck? That should absolutely work. Yep. Without a doubt. Planet nth child 2. Absolutely. Great. Just great. What'd I miss? How about 3? Is that gonna move? Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, I can move this a little bit. Thoroughly confused right now because I have 4 planets. Fascinating. Okay, well, I don't get it. I don't need to do this again, that'd be silly. Nth child 2 of planet. Alright, fine. I don't have time to mess with that right now. I'm just gonna say planet P1. How's it any different than nth child 2 or 3? Oh my gosh. Nth child. Look. Look at that. Should move. Okay, well, I'm doing it this way. Oh man, that just blows my mind. What am I doing wrong? Anybody on the stream can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Just wild. Okay. Nobody. Alright, so I'll just do this because apparently I don't understand nth child yet. This should really be 3, this should be 2, this should be 1. Alright, so this is 2. And that's cool. I'm gonna make this way smaller. So clicking on the page, what does that mean? Clicking on the page brings up one of those items. I'm not sure what you mean. Like it refreshes. Is that what you're saying? I can save and it'll refresh, yeah. Is that what you're asking, Luke? Or Rook Wetney? The best way I know how to answer that is this automatically refreshes whenever I type in something. Rook, yep, gotcha. Thanks, dude. So, I made this one smaller. Let's move it around a little bit. And we'll move it like 200 pixels to the left, maybe 300 pixels. And a little bit further down. Yeah, that looks good. And so you'll see it looks a little funky, and that's because all of the pseudo elements here are not correct. And this box shadow isn't correct either, so we gotta go fix that. We'll take this one again, and we'll just make it smaller to start. How about like 5? Yeah, that works. Cool. And then we just need to mess with these little craters, if you will. So the first one is this one, and 2 of them. And we'll just make these smaller. Like 5. I should see this move. Nope. Oh, I'm messing with P2, that's why. There we go. Great question. Hey, Sova, they are not SVG and they are not images. They're all kind of code. It looks like you just joined, so you missed kind of the fun. But the moon and stars and planets are all just code. Right now, we're messing with this. Oh, why is that a sad face? Right now, we're messing with this planet here. And we're kind of copying this picture. I found this on the internet by a guy named Luking. And we're coding it in CSS. No CSS, or sorry, no SVG or images needed. It's kind of fun. The next question you might ask is there any point to this? Probably not really. I could probably draw this in some sort of Illustrator easier, but I think this, I'm learning a lot about CSS doing it this way. So back to this little circle here, this little crater. We're going to move this up a smidge. And then back to the left a little bit. Maybe a little more. And then we got to work on this guy is the after. This was before, this was the after. The first thing we'll do is make it way smaller. So maybe like 25 pixels. 2, not 3. Nothing? Was it already 25 pixels? I don't think so. Oh, I guess it was. So how about 15? Cool, and then we just got to move it in place. So if this one was 20, how about like 27, 28? And if the other one had left at 15, probably like 25 pixels. I think I went a little higher. Maybe even a little bit more than that. And then, cool. All right. We still have 2 more to style. So, looks like there's a yellow one here. I think we're gonna, well, yeah, I'll make it the same color. And then this guy. So, I don't think I want 4 planets, just 3. So let's make that last one. We'll put it somewhere down here. So what was P1? 45 and 800. So how about 100 and way more than that. Yeah, that works. And we'll make it smaller again. Once we do that, all the craters will go all haywire. Great. Actually, this one stayed pretty well. I kind of like it. So I will just style the after pseudo element. And really, I just need to bump it over. What was the previous left? 29. How about like 15? Oh, way too much. How about 20? What? The previous was 29. Oh, no, we're talking about this one. What was this previous? 60. Got it. So, like 45. And we'll probably make it smaller. Hey, StephX99. That's a great question. these are called pseudo elements. When you say colon colon before and colon colon after, each HTML element can have two pseudo elements, a before and an after. And what you can do with those is you can put really anything you want before and after the element. So what I'm using the before and after here for are, this is a circle, so that's the planet. And then I have a before and an after, and I just put the craters there. It's kind of for free, so I don't have to put it in my HTML. And I could have a planet HTML element and like 2 craters, but this is kind of nice. I don't have to do that. And I also think it's kind of cool that my HTML directly talks about all the things on my screen. I have a moon. I have 4 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 planets, 1, 2, 3. People use pseudo elements in the real world for all sorts of different things. Yep, you're welcome. All right. So these are a little crowded. So maybe 42. I think I want to pull everything up actually. So I don't know what the top was before. Let's go find out. I have a lot of code now. 40, so how about 35? And if I do that, yep, I got. Let's mess with this. So that was the before. How about 25 pixels? Cool. That looks pretty nice. And then I want to change the colors. Actually, I want to change this border too. So let's go get that. And that would be on P3, which I don't even have. And maybe we'll just make this like 5. 10 looked good. Yeah, great. And let's go get those colors. So it's like a dead yellow is what that looks like to me. Like a very like husk is the color. So let's think about this. This would be this color here. It's husk. That's pretty ugly. And then I need the color of the craters. Lemon ginger is this color. So the first thing we'll get this color is this shadow here. Oh man, this is one ugly effing planet. I guess it could be worse. All right, cool. What do we need next? I don't really want to do stars right now because it's just a bunch of white circles. So I guess that leaves clouds. All right, let's make a cloud or 2. So, well, we know the background, well, I'll position it first. And where does he have them? It's like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I guess this one will go right in the middle. We'll go somewhere like here. And clouds are white. So, okay, cool. That's what we're going to start with. And like I said, it'll kind of be in the middle, so maybe like bring it down a little bit and then put it over there a little bit. Maybe a little more. It wasn't as much as I thought. Cool. So that's our cloud, but it's a square, and we need to make it not a square. Okay. it's a circle. And now I can make the height like 50. Now it'll be like an oval. Yeah. All right. And I did this in a previous video. I kind of want to pull it up. I think I'm going to. The videos, I think, are on YouTube. I could post the link. Actually, I'll just go ahead and look it up. My channel. Yeah, I did it here. And I think there's a CodePen link in here.
This bubble, like, right here.
So what I do here, I made a cloud. Oh, these are animating. And I just made, okay, all right. So I set the border radius for 25 pixels, which made it like that, and then I'm gonna make it super skinny. Yeah, okay. So that's my base of the cloud. So you can kind of see here, and kind of see it, like just the base. This one's a little thicker. Yeah, well, actually everything's probably too big here. So let's make these 75, 20. Yeah, that works. And I want to move this down. Great. And now what I got to do is make little bubble looking things on top of it. Probably two bubbles. One bubble, two bubble. So to do that, I'll use that before and after again. So cloud, before. And this will really be a half circle. I've since learned how to do a half circle since this video. Actually, it's in this book here. So let me go ahead and open that really quick. I should have bookmarked it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm on page 79. Maybe I'll post a link to this book. You all can buy it. But I want to make this a half circle. And to make a half circle, I mess with the border radius. All right, let's give it a shot. So, actually, let's just make a half circle thing for a second, so I can figure out how to do this. So let's just make we're just messing around here. Okay, so now if I say border radius, I want to cut this this square into a half circle. This thing says I can do 10 pixels, which is one axis, and then 5 pixels, 20 pixels. That's just a rounded square. Half ellipse. Border radius, border radius, border radius. Got it. And we'll look this up in a second as to why this works. It has to do with the radii of, yeah, it's kind of ugly, but that's kind of what I want. It has to do with the axes of the different radiuses. So, what did I say, 76? So it's saying, hard to like speed read this stuff. I guess I'll have to make another video explaining why this works. It has to do with, really, this is equivalent to 50%, 50%, 50%, 50%. And as you can see, I mean, that's the same as this. So this is an axis of the radius, and this is an axis of the radius. I guess we'll have to talk about math later, because I'm not trying to talk about math right now. I'm trying to make a cloud. So let's see how we can smooth this out a little bit. Actually, we probably just smooth it out by making it not so tall. Yeah, look at that, half circle. So that's my test, great. All I need is this, and we'll get rid of test. Cool. So this will go here, and if this one had a width and a height of 20 pixels, I guess first I gotta position them. I don't know, 25 pixels width is, it's like half, so like 35, 45, 40 maybe. Oh, and pseudo elements always need a content. I always forget this, and so ours will just have nothing. Like there's nothing there. All right, what am I missing? Oh, background color. Yep, background color of white. All right, so you can kind of see it. So I need to move it up. I actually like putting all my positions up here. So that'll be like negative 35. Oh, too high. Cool, and then I want to move it over just a little bit. Cool. And I just need to do that one more time, and I'll have a little bubble. So, as I explained earlier, I got a free before, so I'm going to do a free after. You know, pretty neat. And this is the same thing, put a space here, but probably a little bigger and a little bit in a different place. So first things first, we'll move it over like 30 pixels. Cool. And we'll make it higher. That's not what I thought it would do. Okay, so, oh, okay, got it. I see what it's doing. If I make it bigger, I have to put it higher. Yeah, okay. So that's way too high, so, or sorry, way too long. It's a pretty ugly cloud. Let's think about why. This is this and this. It's not rounded enough. So yeah, it needs to be longer. So that's fine, and then we'll move it over. Oops. That doesn't suck. I kind of want this maybe to be a little smaller than. Let me put this at 20. This at 10. Yeah, okay. We're getting there. Well, I don't know. And then let's too short and a little too high. Does it look like a cloud yet? I'm still not real happy with it. But that's cloudy. See, what are we missing? It's looks like a marshmallow or something. I mean, this is it. You got that small, big, small, big. Let's move over the first one slightly. Yeah, all right, that worked. So let's put a couple of these in there. Hopefully our nth child will work this time, so I don't have to label them P1, P2, or C1, C2, C3, but who knows. And then we'll add some little white dots, and we'll have our little space theme done. So we got 3 clouds, and I believe I should be able to say cloud, and then this nth child. So the second one I made is 2. I should just be able to move this over. And I don't know why this isn't working right now. I just don't. So what I've been doing is putting this. And that'll move it. Like, I just don't understand. I don't know. We'll put a cloud down here, I guess. So and the left will be like that. Cool. And I don't know, maybe right here, maybe right here, right here. So it's C1. I actually want this to be C2, and then this will be C3. All right. Right here is cool. So this was 75 and 450. So it'd be like 550 and 125. What do you think? Top 125. 175. And left, I guessed 550. Not enough. Look at that. All right. So now I just need some other stars. And this is what I was talking about. I could make like a loop here, because there's a bunch of stars. Maybe we'll make, I don't know, 8. I already have the class called star. So what are these? Dot? No. If this is a star and this is a planet, what is this? Gosh, I guess this is a star too, but these are like twinkling stars, or bright stars, or exploding novas. What are they? Twinkling star. What do you think about that? Twinkling. It's just called a twinkle. These are now called twinkles, which will mess all these up. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. And so I just have to change all the stars to twinkles. So this is no longer called star, it's called a twinkle. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. Great, okay, all my twinkles are back. So what that means is now these are stars and these are just white circles. So a star is a white circle. So do this first, and we'll say that the first one will be, I don't know, 10 pixels by 10 pixels, and the background color will be white. and the border, now it's a little square, and the border radius is 58%, which will make a circle. Great. Now I need a bunch of these. So, great. Will nth child work here? Let's find out. Star nth child 2. So I want to move the second star somewhere else. I gotta be doing something wrong. That's crazy that doesn't work. Absolutely crazy. Do I have like bad HTML or something? Why I want this to work is I don't want to give these things S1, S2, S3. Like, I feel like that's cheating. But this would take 1, 2, 3. This would take this one and move it somewhere. Like, I should be able to mess with the second star, but it's not working. So what are these guys saying? The nth child pseudo selector is based on a same parent. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. They all have the same parent. I mean, I could wrap them all in like sky, you know, but that's dumb. And it still didn't work. Star, which is this, nth child 2. And I mean, I could go sky. Also doesn't work. But here's the crazy part. If I say S1, just cause, I guess it'd be S2 technically, and do the same thing I was trying in this stupid nth child thing, it works. Like, I get a star right here. Maybe I'll move them just a little further down. Like, that's it. And these should be equivalent. Nth child 2, which is this. Look at that. It's nuts. And here's the thing. I did nth child on these twinkles. I have a twinkle and a twinkle. I don't need two twinkles. A little bit of refactoring. Great, that didn't change anything. And then I have an after. And then I have nth child 2. And that is this guy. It gets the same thing. I just don't understand what I'm missing. Because I mean, I could change it to 3, and now that's moving all over the place. Just to show you, this is nth child 2, 3, it's going to do something else. You know what I mean? Like, that works. So if I change it to star, this should be down here actually. But it's the same deal, you know what I mean? Like, same deal. Doesn't hit. Just doesn't hit. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But it has to be like a, I don't know. Well, I'll stop messing with this, and I'll just give them S2, S3, S4s. But I'll have to revisit this because this is a little frustrating. Anyways, my nth child just does not work. I could look it in the dev console, maybe. Try to find out why. Doesn't want to pick it up. How does my HTML look? Looks pretty good. Have those afters. And that closes the cloud, and then I have star. All right. Nope, I'm going to solve this right now. So I'm going to save this here. I'm going to open up a new pen, and I just kind of want to explain what I'm trying here. So I have, let's just do this. All right, I set the whole background green, and now I have a bunch of things. That's my thing. And a thing, what is a thing? A thing's just a square. So class thing, look at that. Maybe I'll make them smaller. Great. So if I have another thing, it'll go here. So actually, let me merge in. So you can kind of see them. Great. And I have another thing. And it goes there. And I have another thing. Makes sense, right? So here's what I think I should be able to do. I should say thing, nth, child, 1, 2. So that's this guy. And I set its background color to something else. Purple. It works. But apparently I can't do it on my stars. Like, this is, you know, I've done this multiple times. So 3, which would be this one. I don't know, what's your favorite color? Orange? Great. So that's all I'm trying to do. And just to prove it, I mean, I can do 4, and that's, you know, black. So that's nth child, but it's not working for me in this pen here. At all. And I don't know why. I just don't know why. What if I take all of, this is what I'll do. So, I'm going to track this down. I'm determined. So that should set one of these stars to background color green. So I'm going to get rid of all these other things just for a second. Should only have stars. Oh, that's there. Okay, I'm not crazy. But when I put these back, it's gone. So, alright, which one is it? If I take the moon, is it there? I'm just going to copy this. Okay, if I take the moon, where's my star? Still not there. If I take a twinkle out, is my star there? No. If I take another twinkle out, is my star there? Nope. If I take another twinkle out, how about another twinkle? How about planet 1? Still no star. Planet 2? Still no star. Planet 3? Still no star. How about clouds? No star. Whoa. So what's up with cloud 2? Cloud C2. What is up with you? Huh? What is up with you? I don't know. Analyze my CSS. What did I do? What did I break? Values of 0 shouldn't have specified. Okay, fine. Analyze CSS. Do I have any other errors? Okay, well that's annoying, but sure. Fine. Are you guys enjoying watching me debug this crazy, goofy looking thing? And I really could just have this done already. But I'm pretty curious to why my nth child doesn't work. If you want me to go on and finish this, I will. I'd be happy to. But I'd really like to figure this out. Alright, so there's no errors in my CSS anymore. And if I take cloud C2 out, I get my star. So what is up with the clouds? At this point, I think, let's make this bigger. I got my cloud, and it has a position, and a top, and a left, and a width, and a height, and a background color and border radius. Great. And it has a before, which is fine, and an after. Which also looks fine. And then I have cloud C2 with a top and a left. That's it. That's all I got. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. How do I get these back? There we go. All right. Cloud C2, you suck. So I'll put this back. And if I take Cloud C2 out, so it's just the clouds in general, huh? Wait. Shouldn't my star be showing up? No, something's all whacked out. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I'll stop trying. So what that means is I just do this, which is fine, I guess. No biggie. I will figure this out, but more importantly, let's just get these done. So I have a star, that's fine, and oh, S1. And I'll make this a little bigger. I just kind of want to scatter these around. So maybe the first one will go like here. So top is like 300 pixels. It's too much, 200 pixels. And left is like 100. Maybe a little more. I did another video where I laid a bunch of these out. I did it randomly. I should save this. Nth child. You're welcome. You can always come back to this and be like, how did Jeff do the nth child? Well, that's how you do it. I did a demo. Maybe I didn't save it. All right. Maybe not. I thought I had one where I did a bunch of stars. Yeah, here we go. And I just put a bunch of stars here randomly, and I did it via JavaScript, a bunch of random stars. It's kind of neat. You can see if I refresh, the stars are like in different places. and they twinkle. I'm not laying them out in JavaScript this time. I'm just going to do it by hand. But if you're wondering, like, why doesn't he do it in a better way? This is a little more intentional, but definitely a lot more work. Where should another one go? Maybe up here? So it's probably way too low. And I think I can make this a little smaller. So originally there were 10 and 10. Maybe I'll make this 7 and 7. Cool. Next is S3. I'm getting close to the end here. Is there anything else anyone else wants to see or make? I'm probably not going to do the rocket. I'm not that interested in the rocket. I kind of like the scenery better. But is there anything I can add? I could add like UFOs, like spin around this thing or something. I don't know. I'm up to suggestions. Just let me know. All right. Where should another one go? Maybe like down here. So if S1 was this, cool. And what should this one be? This should probably be, I don't know, how about 9? Great. I think I want to put another one here, so that's S4. All right. Probably a little more, 400. I kind of want it like right here. Yeah, that's good. And maybe this would be really small. How about 5? Width and height of 5. Hi, Wolfgang. How you doing? Next one, like here. So this would be S5. No one has any suggestions on what else I can add here? No one? I'm thinking about UFOs spinning around my planet, but still, I'm open to suggestions. Okay, here. So left would be, well, we'll do top first. Top would be probably like 220. And left is probably almost 500. Nope, I was totally wrong. That looks good. And if, let's see here. Wolfgang, you can't hear me. Can anyone else hear me? We were chatting earlier. I think other people can hear me. Is your sound on? I want to move this over just a little bit. Oh, wrong one. All right. We're getting close to the end here. That looks good to me. Star S6. this guy. This will go probably here. So that is top, like 200. Left is a ton, like 700. Whoa, too much. 650. And this comes up a little bit, 120, 110. And I kind of like the 6 pixels width. 6 pixels. Cool. 2 more to go. We'll probably put them here and here. S7, and that is top 1. How about 90? And left is 720. Maybe a little higher, 70. And I'll make this, I don't know, some random number. Cool. And last one, we'll put right here. All right, last star. Right here, it'll be nice and small. Star S8. And that will have top, let's see, can anyone guess? I don't know, 240? Close, that came over here. How about 210? Good, and left is, I don't know, 800? Cool. And we'll make this kind of small. Do I have a 5 pixel yet? With 5 pixel. Great. I think that's our space scene, our Saturday morning space scene. I think I'm going to come back to this and try to figure out the nth child thing, and I think I want to add some animation. But as far as illustration goes, I think this one is good to go. So let's call this space illustration. Cool. And that's done. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment or something if you want to see something different or something else or something in addition to my space scene. Thank you, everybody.